Okay. Hello everybody, Carolyn here. Today I am doing a long-awaited video on my channel. I think I promised this video like months ago, but it's finally here, you know? Like, I don't even know what 2022 was, to be honest, so we're just ignore that. But today we're going to be here talking about how to start a trade sale Instagram, how to start selling and trading photo cards on Instagram. And I am very excited because I feel like I get asked all the time, like, how do I start trading and selling on Instagram? How do you do it? This is my first time trading. How does this go? I really would love to have like a video with all of my thoughts in it, because sometimes when people like DM me that, I just send them like an abbreviated like version of it. So this is a good video just for anyone who wants to start trading and selling. And then also, like, if I ever end up trading and selling with someone, maybe it's their first time, I can kind of like send them this video and be like, here's like an abbreviated version, but if you want like a more detailed answer, here's a link to a video. Not that I mind answering questions, but I just feel like sometimes when you're like in the middle of working through your DMs and whatever, sometimes you're just like, I don't know if I have like the brain capacity to like type out an entire essay for you, and then I don't know if the person on the receiving end really wants an essay, so sometimes it's just easier to watch a video and digest it that way. So that's what we're going to be doing today. But I've been trading and selling on Instagram for, I can't even tell you how long. Let's look at when I made my trade sale Instagram, because that is when I started. Can I even tell? I have no idea. It's been years though. I have been using this trade sale Instagram account for years and years and years, and I have been collecting photo cards for years and years and years, so I'm sure it's a fairly old account. We're gonna go through my trade sale Instagram account. I'm gonna kind of just go over like setting it up and everything, and this is actually the best time of year if you want to start like trading and selling, because everybody is on a hiatus right now. Nobody is shipping mail right now, and so I feel like this is a good time if you wanted to start posting stuff, or you wanted to like set up your account, because in January everyone's gonna go back to like full-time trading and selling on Instagram. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'll leave little timestamps down below with different topics that I'm gonna be talking about, in case you only want to hear one section or you're only looking for like certain things. I always recommend having a Instagram completely dedicated to trading and selling. I think it's okay to have it with your collection account. However, I feel like when I'm looking for people I'm trading with, I just tend to lean towards the people who have a trade sale account. It just makes me feel better, especially when trading. For selling, I don't really care as much, but for trading I care. But if I'm trading with like some random private personal account, I tend to not like feel like that person is as trustworthy compared to if they have like a trade sale Instagram that is just dedicated to trading and selling and everything. So I'll go ahead and post a picture here. So this is my trade sale Instagram over here. So I posted my most recent post maybe like 5 days ago. It says 5 days ago. So we'll go through my account and what we've got going on here. So, okay. So the first thing that you see on my account is obviously like my profile picture. I have a picture of Kihyun. I want to change that. I haven't changed it in a while, so I want to change that. But yeah, I have a picture of Kihyun. I have my 18 posts, followers, following, yada yada yada. On my trade sale account, I really just try to follow like other trade sale accounts. Like I think I have a couple of idols I follow here, and then I like follow myself, obviously, just for like ease of whatever. And then it says my name, a little cloud, because that's like my little emoji, and then buying hate is for the monsters. So I have that in my display name just because A lot of people, when you are a trade sale account, people will come into your DMs and will be selling photo cards and will be like, will you buy these photo cards from me? And we are in saving mode for the months come back. So I am not doing that right now. So I just wanted to have that in my display name. So if people go to message me and they see that like, hey, she's really not buying right now. And also I have like no self-control. So don't message me that you're selling things because I just am on a hiatus right now. I just am not looking to buy right now. I'm trying to prepare for the Monstex comeback. But yeah, and then I have my pronouns there, obviously. I think that's super important. I always try to look at people's pronouns. And then down here in my bio, I just have my trade account for my main account, which is linked there. So that's my main Instagram. And then also in my main Instagram, if we were to switch to my main Instagram, I do have that my trade sale account is linked there. It says that I'm based in the US, which I think is really important. So if somebody is looking to trade with you, they can just go to your bio super quick and see where you're located if they're not sure. And then it says we'll trade worldwide for small items, just to have that right off the bat, all that info. And then I have PayPal and Venmo as my payment types there. Also a super important piece of information. It just makes things so much easier. And then I should have my link tree linked here, but I don't. I think I'm going to make a card instead. Yeah, haven't made it there in my life yet. Maybe after finals. It's finals weekend this weekend, so maybe after finals we'll work on that. Since, like I said, it's going to be a slow time for the community right now. Then down here we have my highlights tab. So I have a ton of highlights. The first two you see here are group order proof and then my normal proof. Proof 7.0, it means like this is 700 through 799 trade sale proofs. Like those are my most recent proofs. So if anybody doesn't know me and they're looking at my account, they can see that I have had at least 200 group order proofs and I have at least 700 trade sale proofs. So that makes me a pretty established trade sale person in the community. And as I go through here, you can see a couple things. So it'll be a couple different kinds of posts. So this one right here, if I click on it, it sends me to the person I traded with's account. So these come from if somebody messages you and tags you in their story, then you can add it to your story like that and then save it to that highlight just like you would any other normal story on Instagram. Well, somebody just messaged me that it arrived and I wrote my username in the little chat bar before I screenshotted it. So you have the person I traded with's name, the message saying Sunquan got here safely, thank you so much, my username, and then this is just a little like sticker I have that I've been attaching to all of my proofs. You can see them on all of my proofs here just to show that this is me. So I'll use it just to like further prove. I mean, my we'll get into this, but my like business card is there, so I think people usually believe me, but it was just a little extra something there instead of writing the word proof, which you can do as well. I'm just extra as hell. So we just have a bunch of group names next. So we have Monstex, IVE, The Seraphim, Treasure, BTS, Stray Kids, 17, yada, yada, yada. It goes on and on and on. So if we were to click into, let's do IVE just because the Monstex one is kind of complicated. So IVE, at the beginning of my IVE highlight, it says there's a group photo, meaning that I collect all members of IVE. I collect all Korean album cards for all members, some OT6 POB sets, and some Kpop's. So that's just what I collect from the groups. And then if you click through, I need to get rid of this highlight. Why is that there? We have my template for 11 Japan, and everything that is highlighted out, everything that is whited out are cards that I already have. And then everything that you can still clearly see the photo of is stuff that I'm looking for. So if I were to post a card from this album and I said trading for IVE 11 Japan debut, people could come look at this template and see what I still need. But yeah, if we go back to Monstex, we have like my Wano one. So this is everything I collect for Wano, everything I collect for OT6. Maybe I don't have a Kihyun one anymore. Oh, that's sad. But anyways, this is everything I collect for Wano and then everything I collect for OT6. Yeah, it just helps keep everything organized every time someone is looking. Yeah, it's just like that for all of my biases. So here's like my treasure template. my BTS template. So I have like Jin, and then I also have full group OT7. Next we get into my pinned posts. So I don't think you need to have a certain amount of followers to have pinned posts now. I think when it first started you needed 10K or 10K to have 3 pinned posts, because when I first tried to do it, this account didn't have 10K yet and it wouldn't let me pin 3 posts here. So yeah, I don't know if that's still true or what, but my pin posts are all of my information, everything I want to be at the top of my page when somebody goes to my page to look to see what I have for trade and sale. I also say on every single one of my posts, please read the pinned post before you DM me, because a lot of the questions I get in my DMs are questions that can be answered in these pinned posts. So I have 3. This is my general information one. So this just has information about me, that I work full-time. I'm a full-time student as well. So sometimes it might take me a little bit to get back to you. And then it says I always send video proof of the item. I expect you to do the same, along with disclosing any imperfections of the card. And then it says like how I work in my DM. So I work from primary to requests and oldest to newest. So constantly bumping your DMs will bump you to the end of my list. That just means like if somebody is messaging me over and over and over again, they're going to be at the top, like, because Instagram does like most recent message down to like the oldest messages. That to me says that that person is the newest, like they are the newest person to message me. So if 2 people are interested in a card and one person messaged me a day ago in my DMs and then didn't message me again, but another person might have messaged me like a couple minutes after or a couple minutes before that person, but they're at the top of my list because they keep bumping their DMs. However, I do say that if you don't get a response from me in 24 hours, do bump your DM, because maybe I missed it. I lose things in my DMs all the time. I try to keep them as organized as possible, but stuff happens, you know, so so it's good to, sometimes I open things and think I reply to them and then I don't reply to them. So that's what that means. Please read all the posts carefully before you DM. Again, a lot of the information in my actual posts are questions that I frequently get in my DMs, so it's very helpful if you can just read that post. I have all of this organized for a reason. I also say that don't send any messages unrelated to trading, selling here. I try so hard to keep my DMs as clean and organized as possible. I really do try. So I just try to keep all unrelated trading, selling messages on my main Instagram account and all the photocard related messages on my photocard trade sale account, just to keep everything organized. Like I won't ever post my templates on my main account because I don't need to. I post them on my trade account. So that keeps my main account from being like cluttered with all my trade sale stuff. And then I can post like actual posts where if I posted them on my trade sale account, it would be, does that make sense? Like it would be all cluttered. So I just like to keep everything separated. Here at the bottom, I just have information about shipping. I say this is how I'm going to ship your cards. I use with stamp shipping unless otherwise requested in a top loader and a soft sleeve. We'll go over how I package my trades and sales later in this video, but yeah, and then I have, if you buy something, the shipping for my cards, I do $150 for the US and $250 for international. Now the reason why I do $150 and $250, because I've gotten questions about this before, even though the stamps aren't that expensive, is I do charge like a 50-cent packaging fee. And the reason I do that is because I have purchased like 700 envelopes and cards this year. And and if I never charged for that, if I only charged for the stamp, I don't even want to think about how much money of my own personal money I would have put into that. So I charge a 50-cent per person packaging fee, and I do this for my group orders as well. I do charge a 50-cent packaging fee for my group orders as well, and it just helps me buy quality packaging items so that I'm packaging the stuff that you buy in high quality top loaders, high quality soft sleeves, and high quality cards, and that your stuff arrives safe because I sent it in high quality packaging. So that is what that 50-cent fee is for. There's also a key at the bottom here that says want to trade, want to sell, not for sale, and not for trade. These are things that I constantly use in my posts, so here's a little key just if you're not sure what it is. And then I have please send a blue emoji if you have read this, a blue heart emoji to my DMs if you've read this. A lot of people comment it, but I mean, like, send it to my DMs. If you're buying something from me, I do require you to send that emoji at the beginning of your message just to show that you have read that, you understand all of my terms, and you're okay with it, is what that means to me. Here for trade sale info, I do have some similar things written there. It says I only trade for items on my wish list, which are the highlights on my page. And if there's no template in a highlight, that means I have everything for that member. I do have little, let me see if I can find one. I don't even know if I have like a completed collection. Oh, an NCT I do. So for NCT, you can see here Sungchan and Jeno are marked as complete until next comeback, which means I don't need any of their cards. I don't need any of their cards. And then this is more for group orders, so I won't really go into this, but this is just like some info about the group orders I hold because I do post about them on this account as well. I think having a pinned post like this at the top is very, very important. I've seen a lot of people start to do this recently, and I think it's great because I think it's just so much easier than having a highlight with the information in it, because highlights move around all the time, but these pinned posts will always be there. So you can tell that it's different from everything else I post, right? Like everything looks very different from those 3 posts. It's easy to tell what that's for. So in my opinion, there really should be no one coming into my DMs who has not read these posts yet. Here's an example of an actual sale post or trade post I have posted. So these are some extra Wano cards I have from previous eras, from buying multiple albums and from like buying bundles on Macari and stuff, things I'm just trying to get rid of. So at the top here it says WTT WTS, which means want to trade, want to sell. And then I just write what they are, Wano PCs. And then it says, please read info post before you DM. So again, people should be looking at this post, reading my pinned posts, and then coming into my DMs, just to save both of us time and trouble. It says, want to trade for any wish list, want to sell for $4. So I'll always try to write like what I'm looking for. These Wano cards, I could trade for literally anything. It doesn't have to be another Wano card. It doesn't have to be a Monster X card. It can be literally anything that I'm looking for. I would be willing to trade the Wano cards for. And then it says worldwide's okay, but US, Canada preferred. I say that in all of my posts. I really don't have any issues trading worldwide, selling worldwide. You just have to let me know where you're from, because I have had some major issues with some countries before. Some like Southern European countries, and also some like Asian countries I've had some issues with in the past, and I'm not super comfortable sending like a single photo card in a envelope there, because things have gotten lost or sent back or whatever. I've had issues in the past. So usually if you DM me where you're located, I'll let you know right away if I'm sending to that location. And then here we have the availability. So this is all of the emojis for all of the cards up above, and the X obviously means that the card is no longer available, and the green little check mark means that everything is available. And then I have my tags down here. So these are the tags that I always do in every single one of my posts. Kpop Photocards, Kpop Collection, Kpop Photocard Trade Sale, Kpop Photocard Trade. And then I'll change these out a little bit if I'm not selling or not trading, like I'm only looking to trade or I'm only looking to sell. I'll change those out, obviously. And then we have Monster X sale, Monster X trade. Debate in the Monbebe community if you should tag like Monster X for Wano and Wano for Monster X. I personally find lots of Wano in the Monster X tag, so that's why I do that. We're just going down. These are things that are not for sale. So these are 2 jewel case photo cards I have from Wano's Bittersweet that I'm trying to trade to the last 2 that I'm missing, and you can see that I made a second post on the second slide just of the 2 cards that I'm missing. So if you have those cards, it's really easy to just look and see what I'm missing. Here's another example of like my treasure cards and then my templates for the 3 members I collect. So yeah, I don't know why I have Jihoon marked off as I don't have him there. I think I do have that Jihoon card anyways. But yeah, so these are all of my posts. Nothing too fancy, just I always post a picture of the cards that I have, and then my little username written on a piece of paper in the photo. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, that is everything for that. We're gonna go look at my DMs now. I'm not gonna like I'm going to try to blur out everyone's names here. However, this is my DM, so I have primary, general, and then requests. So the way that I organize my DMs is primary is like we have traded before or we're in the process of trading. And I want to be able to see your DMs first when I open my DMs. Like, we're currently trading, you are like maybe waiting on a card from me, or we're about to send out or something. And then once you're in my primary, usually you stay in my primary. It means we've had a successful trade in the past, I've sold to you before, and this just tells me when like I post a bunch of new posts, because I'll post a lot of stuff at the same time. Oh, these are the people that I'm going to go to first because we've had successful interactions in the past before and I've traded with them before, so there's no need to be like skeptical about the people in my primary because I know we've had successful interactions in the past before. General usually means that we had an unsuccessful trade or sale in the past. Like, maybe you messaged me about a card and it wasn't available anymore, but I like messaged you saying it wasn't available anymore. Or it means that something happened with our trade. Like, we were going to trade and then either I backed out or you backed out. Then I'll usually move it to the primary. Usually if it's me backing out, I won't actually move you to my primary, but if you're the one who backs out, I will send you to my primary, to my general, just because, yeah, or if you just ghost me and never message me back, then you go to my general. Because if I'm about to like package a card for you, or I send you video proof of the card and you never respond, and then I message you saying, hey, are you still interested? And you don't respond to that usually means you're going to my general because we didn't have a successful interaction. Requests are for new people, so you can see I have one request in there right now. This means I've never traded or sold to this person before, never interacted with this account before, so I usually do try to like, it doesn't mean I won't accept you. Like, as you can see, I only have one request in here right now, so obviously I go through and I accept everybody and move them either to primary or general depending on the situation. Okay, so we're going to go through a scenario of trading and selling and kind of like my expectations. Let's go through trading first because I feel like that's a lot more complicated. So I'm going to use my primary 1-8 account to message my trade sale account. So 1-8 comes into my DMs. They're in my primary because we have interacted before. It's really because like it's my other account is why it's in my primary. Say, hey, Carolyn, I'm interested in this Kihyun card. I have this Kihyun card on your wish list to trade. I'm located in the US. Are you interested in trading? And then I respond, hey, Carolyn, yes, I am totally interested in trading. Can I see some video proof of the card? I will always 100%, if you message me something like that, respond with, can I see video proof of the card? If I'm interested. If I'm not, I'll say, oh, sorry, I already found a trade for that. Oh, sorry, I ended up buying this card elsewhere. But if I am like interested in trading with you, I will say, can I see video proof of the card? So usually if I say that and I'm like at home, I will send you a video of the card that you asked about. If I'm at work or something, sometimes I'll check my DMs at work if it's like a slow day or something. Then I'll just say, I'm at work right now, I can send you proof when I get home. I try not to do that too much. I try to like, when I'm going through my DMs, I like to be sitting at my desk, like working on DMs, accidentally open something and forget to respond to it or something. So I really try not to look at my DMs at work, but sometimes I will if somebody's sending me like address proof or something. So both 1-8 and 1-8 trades send each other proof. The important thing about sending video proof is that you do it under a light. You can either use your phone light if you want to record it that way, or so they both send each other proof. If both of them look good, like, I mean, I've interacted with this person before, but if I hadn't interacted with them, I would go to their account, just look through everything, see when their most recent like proof posts are from, see if they have any proof posts, if they have any experience trading. If there's no proof posts on their page, I will usually ask them to send first. And that's something that's in my info. So if they're messaging me, they should already know that if they have less than 10 proofs, I will require them to send first. So usually we'll both send proof. Once everything is good to go, I will usually say, hey, like what day you plan on sending this week if we're sending at the same time. Once everything's good to go, we would exchange addresses, and at that point, we would agree on a day to send out if we're sending out at the same time. And then I would say something along the lines of, I'll message you once it's been like packaged, and I'll send you a photo of it before I send out. So I'll package up the card, I'll write on the envelope. You'll be able to see like my address in the top corner. I have pre-made labels. And then I do group shipments. So if you're like a newer trader, I would recommend writing usernames on the back or doing individual shipment proof and sending each person individually like a video of you dropping it off at the post office. I would not recommend your shipment proof be putting it in the mailbox in front of your house. I do not consider that like shipment proof, really. And if someone wants to put it in their mailbox, I usually am like, unless you live like in an apartment or something, somewhere where you can like, there's no way for you to get the mail back out after you send the video. So it's just easier to go to the post office and send out shipment proof that way. I don't write usernames on the back of my cards, but again, I have almost 900 combined proofs, and so I feel like at this point I don't necessarily have to do that. But there have been times where people have not been comfortable with group proof, and so I will send them individual proof. So usually I'll just post a story, tag everybody who has gotten their address proof, who was in that shipment, and we will go from there. People get their stuff in the mail, they tend to take a photo, tag them on Instagram, and all is good. So yeah, that is basically how a trade goes for selling photo cards. It's the same scenario. People will tell me what card they're interested in. Usually I'll ask where they're located right away. If they don't tell me in their initial DM, I'll send them video proof of the cards. And then I have two options for payment. So I have Venmo and PayPal. And PayPal for the trade sale community has not been the best recently. So I definitely prefer Venmo currently. But I personally haven't had any issues with PayPal, but that doesn't mean like that I won't at any point. The one thing I'll recommend for PayPal is to be very careful about your payment notes. There are some words that are automatically flagged by PayPal for valid reasons. Any type of sale that should not be happening, that is not legal. I will say for PayPal and Venmo, I do only accept friends and family. So for PayPal, friends and family, if you go to send someone a payment, you click on their payment, you go and send someone a payment, you have to choose if it's goods and services or friends and family. The difference is, if you send it as goods and services and that person makes more than $2,000 a year on trades and sales, that is taxable income. Same with group orders, which most group orders are non-profit. Most group order managers are losing money. If they were to accept everything as goods and services, they would be required to include that income on their taxes, at least in the US. I don't know about everywhere else, but in the US, this is how it works. So it would be taxable income, which means that it would be considered like freelance income, which has if you've ever made money from the internet, the tax, or if you've ever heard any sort of like influencer talk about tax season, you know that the taxes for income made on the internet or made from freelance work is very, very high. It's like 30%, which is like a lot. And you have to pay that money to the government every year. So if I'm doing a bunch of group orders that are nonprofit and the money I make is above $2,000, which like it would be, the money that comes into my account, doesn't matter that's leaving and going to Korea 2 seconds after, it's taxable income. So that's why people ask for friends and family. When you send goods and services, the person you're sending the money to has to pay a fee. So if I say, the total is $10 and you send $10 through goods and services, I might get $8.82. Like I lose money from it. And then it also becomes part of that like taxable income that I would have to pay back. So I will usually send that money back to the person and be like, you need to send it friends and family. When you get to this page, you have to click, I'll have like a little video thing up here. You have to click friends and family. And the thing about PayPal too is that when you click friends and family, the sender, the person who is buying the photo cards, is automatically responsible for the PayPal fee. So that kind of sucks, but it is the way that it needs to be done in order for people not to have, it's more for group orders than like trades and sales. Trades and sales being taxable income for me. However, for Venmo, I'm pretty sure you still have to choose it sometimes, but I think for each person, like once you choose friends and family for Venmo, it like stays on friends and family. I think there's a way for you to switch it, but like it automatically will like default back to friends and family. So Venmo's a little smarter. PayPal, I have found that a lot of the times I do need to like continue to choose, because like I have friends that I will like send money to, friends who live in Korea who I'll send money to buy things. Yeah, I'm gonna go over to show you how I package cards. I have done an entire video of packaging trades and sales, but yeah, let's do that. Okay, so here is the card that I'm going to be trading. So all I'm going to do, stick it into one of the sleeves. I got these sleeves from Prism Platinum. I have a couple different variations, but this is the Star Hollow one, and I've been using it for all of my trades and group order stuff, and I absolutely love it. And then I'm going to grab one of these top loaders. I started putting like cute construction paper behind it. I saw on Korean Instagram people doing this, and I thought it was a really cute trend, so I've started doing this as well. So I would just put the card in there so it has a little background, and then I'll link all of the the supplies I use. I have it all listed in my Amazon store, so if you wanted to look at that. And then I'll go ahead, tape the top of it. Some people use those little like pull tabs. I don't. Maybe I should, but I don't know. I don't really see a huge point to using them. They always break when I pull them when I get trades in, so I like never use them. But yes, so we have Kihyun. He's all secure. The soft sleeve is upside down, so you can see the opening at the bottom there. Some people tape their soft sleeves. I have never had an issue where I felt like I need to tape my soft sleeves, but if that's something you feel comfortable doing, then you can do that. So everybody always clowns me for putting the cards on the left side, but because like last time I posted a trading and selling video, everybody was clowning me for that and like putting it on the left side, but like I just feel like that right side doesn't make sense. I don't know. Anyways, then I will take my larger washi tape and just tape all the sides here. If it was a like thicker top loader, like one of these, I would also put a piece of washi tape on the back to secure it to the card, because these are a little thicker and I feel like just need a little extra, I don't know, little extra taping. But for like single cards, I don't usually do that. I don't really feel that it's necessary. Like that. And then these are my freebies. So this is actually the last freebie card I have. I need to order some more. I have like extra ones from my Shape of Love group orders that I've been using, but this is my last like actual wanted freebie. So I have some stickers in here, and then it says thank you for trading by and joining my group order on the back. Then please let me know that this arrived safely by tagging my Instagram. And it says stay safe, wanted trades. So yes, I need to make new of these, and then more of these. And then I've been, for these, I'll just tape it like this because all the freebies are included there. But I also want to make like custom sticky notes so that I can do it like this, as P1 Harmony once said. Do it like this, and then put like the custom sticky note here. So that's what I'm planning for like my future freebies. And then I close it up, tape all of the sides, which I won't do because I'm not actually sending this trade out. So I'm gonna take the card out in a second, but I'll tape this up, put it in an envelope. And then before I tape it up, I will write the person's address here, and then we'll send them a photo of it like this so that they can't see like the freebies and everything, but they can see their card to confirm it's the correct card, and then also just write, like make sure their address looks correct. So that's the proof they'll get. And then I will close it up. close this up and then put a little thank you sticker on there. I want to get one of those like envelope sealer things. I need to just order one. I'm sure they sell them at like Staples or something. I should just go there and buy one. But yeah, I want to start using that instead of just like taping it down and using stickers. I want to actually like use the sticky part, but I don't want to lick it, you know. It's 2022. Like like I don't want to lick other people's envelopes. So yeah, that is basically how I set up my trades and sales and how I package everything. And it's a system that's working really well for me. I do have larger cards, and then also larger top loaders. Like these are for like postcards. These will fit in these cards, or I'll use like bubble mailers and do it that way. But my packaging is pretty much the same for everything. So that is this. We'll go back to in person, Carolyn. And that is it for today's video. That is it for everything related to trading and selling photo cards that I can think of off the top of my brain. If you have any questions about anything at all, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below, and myself or other people in the community will be able to help you. And yeah, so like I said, it's a great time of year if you want to start a trade sale account, get it all set up, and then first week of January, usually for first or second week, like I would say like the second weekend. So like New Year's is on a Sunday this year, so it probably wouldn't be like Monday the 2nd. I think most people are going to start like that Friday, just like let the holiday mail kind of clear out a little bit and then go from there. Yeah, that is everything. Like I said, I really hope that this helps you if you're watching this and you're new to buying and trading photo cards. But yeah, that is everything for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye bye.